Hello, good morning, afternoon or evening. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing one of the more simpler jobs, which is a rear diff oil change on a Nissan Elgrand E51. Now you want to start with obviously raising it up so you have access, but as soon as you come through, the diff oil or the diff case is right there. There's your drain plug and there's your fill plug. I've just raised up the level just to see where it is and see what kind of plug it is. I thought it was a normal socket attachment that you get with most drain plugs, which is just that end, but I happen to have this lying around, which is a HW10 CRV piece, and that just fits straight in nice and snug. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take this for a drive, just a few minutes to warm up the rear diff oil, and then I'm going to put it back on the ramp and then drain it. Just before I set off, I should point out, if you've got a four-wheel drive, then obviously there'll be a front and a rear diff. I've only got a rear wheel drive, so I've only got a rear diff. That takes 1.4 liters, and that's the specification. Now, I couldn't get the exact specification because I think you have to, you can only get it from Nissan Japan, and I tried to look on Amazon. Obviously they have it, but they can't ship to the UK. They can only ship to, what I saw was Australia. So if you're in Australia, you're fine. It's about 40, a bit expensive. It's 40 Australian dollars for 1 liter. So I picked up 2 liters, and this was the closest specs I could find. Obviously hypoid gear oil, 8090 GL5, and this comes with the spout inside. So when you take off the case, when you take off the cap, it has an extendable spout, so that's going to make it fine. These I'll link where I got these. They're from Amazon, but I'll link it in the description. Yeah, I just have to take it for a little bit of a drive. I bought 2 obviously because I can only get these in 1 liters. And I'll be using some of it just to flush through like the old fluid. So I'll be probably about 100 ml, 200 ml just to get the old fluid all out. And yeah, just take this for a drive and then put it back up the ramp and then get on with it. So what I did, because I couldn't get it with the small one, I had a reducer and I'm using a longer bar. That's the fill plug. I'm just gonna cover it so that it's not collecting debris, and just place it by the wheel. And now this should have the same operation. As soon as it comes loose, you can just hand tighten it, loosen it with your hand. Just be careful of the fluid. And it should start flowing in a sec once I remove this. Right there. Now the fluid looks okay, I can't really see metallic, but since the fill plug is since the drain bolt plug is magnetic, you can see what impurities and also metal filings have collected on there. To me it just looks like fragments, not fragments, like very fine. Metal paste. This is on about, I think 60,000 miles. Diff is one of the more important service items. Parts. Look at that. It's just not coming, well, it will come off, but that's what you don't want running around in your diff. Clean off as most of it as you can. Oh, you're using a few tissues. Nice and clean. 50,000 miles, 60,000 miles later. Hopefully that's just dirty. I can't see any metallic in there really. It just looks like dirt. Yeah, I'm just gonna flush some of that through now. The new fluid. This thing's like, I guess, milk and fish, since it's mineral rich. You can just push this through. Don't worry about it getting down the side, you can just wipe that off. And I can see from the new fluid there's still impurity getting flushed out. I think what I'll do as well, I can see that there's impurity, like metal, inside the thread. Let me do a peek on this. Can I see inside? No, I can't. So if you have excess new fluid, just allow it to just flush through a bit. I'm going to get this properly clean. Get in between all the grooves and everything as well. And try not to drop it and dent it. Gonna cover that up for now. Put it with the drain, fill plug. Well, I mean that's pretty empty anyway. Just wipe that down. Fresh piece of tissue. And get inside that groove. Look at that. Just one wipe down. Just try to get it thoroughly cleansed. I know the magnet will pick it up, but I'd rather do it myself and try not to get this tissue caught there. There you go. Put that. And just clean that recess as well. Just give it a final wipe down, because that oil will just keep coming until you plug it off. Okay, and now don't cross thread. Groove aligned, fill it, tighten it on. And here's where you want to be careful, because you just want to be snug, not over tightened. You don't want to just see how it's still moving. You just do this by hand. Just a bit. That's it. That's all you need. Just until you feel that resistance. Catch that. Wipe it down. This one. Obviously it'd be easier if you had a syringe. I thought you'd be right with this. I'm going to try and squeeze the bottle until it can get through this, oops, through the groove. think it's definitely full now. Yeah, it's definitely full. It's flaring back a lot now. That's how you want it to be. Now I just have to wait for it to come to a slow drip before I tighten it. That's the effect I was after, by the way. So I know that it's completely full, like properly full. In the meantime, I'll get some tissue. In the meantime, I might as well clean it on cam. All the grooves and everything. I don't know if that's got a magnet inside. Let's see. Get the grooves. One of the more important parts. Now, technically you are meant to change the washer, but this one looks okay. I'm just going to clean it up and reuse it. I mean, finding the oil was hard enough, let alone the washer. But at least I know what it looks like now, so I can always just get a new drain plug with the washer. Just like new. There you go. That's stopped. I'm just going to clean that recess. Just there. Take off any dirt, debris, grit, metal, and one more quick wipe, just because I'm excessive, I guess. No, just for good measure. I'm not going to regularly be changing it. Okay. That's slow dripping, that should be fine. Just plug it, turn it back on itself so I'm not cross threading. There you go. Oh, no. Wait, that is it, isn't it? Why does it feel resistance? Oh dear. Drop the flipping plug into there. So much for cleaning it. Feel the alignment. There we go. Just gonna snug that on. Oh, that's getting a bit closer that side. Just want this snug, which is that much. Like the drain bolt.
Huh? Is there enough oil?
Yeah. So that's it. Fairly simple. Gonna recycle the old, well, gonna put this into an empty can, get it recycled, take this on a drive, listen for any sounds. Should sound smoother than it did before with fresh oil. For 60,000 miles, that's not too bad, I don't think.
Is this the original oil?
Yeah. Well, that's the conclusion of my video. Thanks for watching.